Hey all, Kurt Sasso here from TGT Webcomics at C2E2, day number 2 here. We're here with one of my favorite guys of all time, Alan Evans, Rival Angels. You know, how you doing today, Al?
I'm alright. Thanks, Kurt, for that wonderful intro.
Well, hey, you know how my intros go in the podcast. I might as well keep it going with this.
Yeah, keep the good times rolling, right?
Definitely. You know, you're here at C2E2. It's an inaugural convention. You just put up book 2. You know, tell us what's in book 2 here.
Well, let's see. Book 2, 130 pages of wrestling girl goodness. It's picks up where I left off, where Brooke's nefarious plots against Sabrina are in full swing. But let's see. That's probably the first part of the book. The second part is Sabrina trying to get into the TV tournament, as well as trying to get along with all of her roommates and the dynamic of all of that.
Well, of course. I mean, you know, Sabrina, the showstopper of all time. I mean, you know, you've talked about her on the podcast. You know, I love Sun personally. I'm not going to hold against you there.
Well, you know, a lot of people love Sun, so you're in very good company there.
Well, I think, you know, with C2E2 being its first convention, you know, you're here with Laura Innes from The Dreamer. I mean, that's a tag team right there in itself.
Oh, definitely, most definitely. You know, she's a fan of Rival Angels. I'm a fan of The Dreamer, so it just works.
That's a great collaboration right there. And, you know, book 2 here, which one is it? It's here. Book 2 here. Best cover ever. Seriously, best cover ever. I mean, the setup you had for that is just really great. I mean, I love the fact that, you know, you have Sun, you have Sabrina, and you got the Hell's Bells in the background.
Yeah, the Bad Girls. You got to have the Bad Girls shown, because as much as people love Sabrina and Sun, a lot of fans love at least reading about the Bad Girls, the Hell's Bells, and Yvonne, and even Bad Girl Brooke. So
what else is going to be happening in the comic here? I know, you know, you got book 3, you're preparing book 3. You just put out a new sketchbook as well here. I mean, this is beautiful work here.
Get the sketchbook $10. Yeah, the sketch. I'm a big fan of sketchbooks, so I thought if there was if there are any people like me that like sketchbooks, then they might like a Rival Angel sketchbook. So, yeah.
Of course. But, you know, you're here at C2E2 with this convention. You know, once this is all done, what are you personally going to take from it?
Wow. I think it's a great con. It's as far as Wizard World always feels more stuffy, always feels more claustrophobic, and we got a lot of room here. We got a lot of light. We never really have that kind of daylight coming in like that, so it's definitely good to keep spirits up. Because sometimes it's a grind when it's hard to be on all the time. But when you're talking with people that like your stuff, it's kind of hard not to be enthused about that. As far as C2E2 though, I think it's great that it's in downtown Chicago. I think it's great that it's here at the McCormick Center, and in fact, since we're in Webcomics Pavilion, I know a lot of the people here, so at least virtually. So now it's great to finally put a face with a name like yourself.
I know. I was the same way. I'm like, hey, I've talked to that person.
Right. Well, and that's like the whole aisle here is of the same persuasion there. So
exactly.
It's very cool.
So with everything that's coming up, though, you know, you have some beautiful prints here. You got some really great postcards. You know, you got the books all lined up. What else is going to be in store for Rival Angels in the future? Because I know you're still updating. You're still on your continuous update.
Correct.
At a great schedule there.
Yeah, 360 pages and counting. I usually keep about a couple weeks ahead. What's coming up next is we're right now at the Club Red Line premiere. We're going to have... Right now, Sabrina's trying to make nice with a couple of people that she might have ruffled feathers with. Sun, she's got to deal with kind of breaking code with the Damage Incorporated. Brooke, she's going to finally run into her lover's fiance. And Kristen is going to come. We're going to find out who her mysterious benefactor is, the person that could fire Kristen if Kristen doesn't keep this benefactor happy.
Dun dun dun.
Right, and you can't forget too that we've seen the Hell's Bells. We haven't seen the last of them in this scene, so.
Well, it's great stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Is there anything else you have coming down the pipe project-wise that you might not have hinted at in your website?
Well, what I'm going to try and get done this year is I'm going to try and get a book of wrestling moves. So, you know, body slam, suplex, avalanche, all that. Have a book like that together. May take some from the comic, but do some new poses and images of that. I'd also like to do something along the lines of the highlight reel, where, say, Sabrina highlight reel, and then kind of have her story so far, and then maybe get Laura to do a cover for me or something.
Of course, she's over there with Gina Biggs from Red String. She didn't hear you there, but
that's all right.
but
she'll listen to this. So.
Well, yeah, of course she will. But you know, I just want to thank you very much for coming on the interview here. I want you to have a great show, and thanks a lot for everything.
Thank you, Kurt. I appreciate it.